Dear children, welcome to physics class once again, and today we will discuss about Newton's third law of motion, and from there we will prove the law of conservation of linear momentum. So first, coming to Newton's third law of motion, it states that for every action there is equal and opposite reaction. So whatever action you do, you get equal amount of reaction in opposite direction. The example I am giving you, like suppose if you hit a wall with some force with the help of your hand, you also get hurt. So why it happens? Because the force that you applied on the wall, same amount of force is given by the wall on your hand, and you get hurt when you feel that force. Okay, so this is due to Newton's third law of motion, and this law gives you the concept of law of conservation of linear momentum. So what does it say? It states that total linear momentum of the system remains conserved, or we can also say it in this manner, that initial momentum of the system is always equal to final momentum of the system. So here we are using the word system. The system, in system we can have 2, 3 or more objects. Okay, the momentum of one single object may change, but whenever we are taking 2, 3 or more objects, means we are taking the whole system. In whole system, whatever the momentum initially the object was, your system was having, same momentum it will have after or in the end. Okay, so dear children, here I am taking one example. Like here, now suppose these are two objects, object A and B, both are moving the same direction. Object A has mass m1 and B has mass m2, and suppose if object A is moving with velocity u1 and in the same direction object B is also moving with velocity u2, but here I have taken one condition, that u1 is greater than u2, means that your object A is moving with more velocity as compared to object B. Okay, so what will happen if A is having more velocity than B, means A is moving faster than B, definitely at some point of time it will hit B. Okay, and there will be collision. Okay, so collision will take place there. Okay, and when collision will be there, then A will exert force on B and B will exert force on A. So A will exert force on B according to Newton's third law. Equal amount of force will be exerted by B on A in the opposite direction. So for opposite direction I am taking here negative sign. Okay, and after collision what will happen? After the impact, both objects A and B, they will move in direction, same direction with different velocities v1 and v2. Now this v1 and v2 are different than u1 and u2. These are the final velocities. Okay, so here I have taken into consideration the Newton's third law of motion, that whatever force is acted by A on B, same force will be acted by B on A. Okay, now when A is exerting force on B, it will change the momentum of B according to Newton's second law. Okay, so according to Newton's second law, what will happen? When A is exerting force on B, definitely force is being exerted on B. Okay, so there will be change in the momentum of B. Okay, so this will, what it will cause, this will be equals to change in momentum of B per unit time or upon time. Okay, so change in momentum of B means, what it means? Final momentum of B minus, better to write here, it will be equals to final momentum of B minus initial momentum of B. This will give you the change. Okay, change in momentum upon time. Okay, so it will give you change in momentum upon time, means final momentum of B minus initial momentum of B. Now from here, see what will be the final momentum of B. The final of momentum of B will be equals to mass into final velocity, means m2 into v2. Okay, so it will be m2 v2 minus initial momentum will be m2 u2, mass into initial velocity. So m2 u2 upon, let us suppose the time is t. Okay, so this is your FAB. Similarly, FBA means change in momentum of A. Change in momentum of A. Now why I am saying change in momentum of A? Because when B will exert force on A, it will change the momentum of A. So FBA will be equals to change in momentum of A upon time. In the same manner as we have done earlier, FBA will be equals to final momentum of A minus initial momentum of A upon time. So it will become final momentum of A. See, final momentum of A will be equals to mass into velocity m1 into v1, and initial momentum will be equal to m1 into u1. So final momentum of A will be m1 v1 minus m1 u1 upon t. Okay, so suppose if I take this as equation A, this one as 1 and this is as equation 2. Now what I will do, I will put the values of FAB and FBA in equation A from equation 1 and 2. Okay, this is your equation 2, this is FBA and this is FAB. Okay, so I'll put the values of FAB and FBA from these two equations in this equation A. So see what I'll get FAB means m2v2 minus m2u2 upon t, it is equal to minus of, see here minus sign is there, so minus of, now I'll put the value of FBA, this one, m1 v1 minus m1 u1 upon t. Okay, so now I'll open the bracket, so see what I'm getting, m2 v2 minus m2 u2 upon t, it is equal to minus m1 v1 minus minus plus m1 u1 upon t. This t will cancel out because it is on the both sides. Okay, so after this we are getting m2 v2 minus m2 u2 will be equal to minus m1 v1 plus m1 u1. Now what I will do, I will take the quantities of v on one side and u on one side. Okay, so see what I am getting, m2 v2, I'll take it toward this side, so when it will come to this side, minus sign will become plus, so plus m1 v1 equals to m1 u1, and I am taking this one to this side, so minus sign it will become positive plus sign. Okay, so m1 u1 plus m2 u2. Okay, so see I'll arrange the different quantities, so m1 v1 plus m2 v2 equals to m1 u1 plus m2 u2. Okay, so what is m1 v1 plus m1 v2? See, m1 mass into final velocity of object A plus mass into mass of second object into final velocity of second object. Okay, so if we see what we have drawn in the from the diagram, see m1 v1 plus m2 v2 means final momentum of A plus final momentum of B, so it becomes total final momentum of the system, and m1 u1 plus m2 u2 means initial momentum of object A plus initial momentum of object B, so it becomes total initial momentum of the system. So here we are getting, this is final momentum of the system, final momentum of system, it becomes equal to initial momentum of the system. Okay, so dear children, here we have proved the law of conservation of momentum by using Newton laws. Okay, so revise well. Wish you good luck.